Hi. If I popped up for you, it is probably because there is someone that is either on your mind or you are on their mind and they have a message that they want to get to you. So I'm excited to be doing this. I am a sucker for a good love reading, and maybe this isn't love, so keep it open because it could be a friend or someone that you care about. But my intention when I am making this is that it is someone that you're either in a relationship with, or you're just getting to know, or you're dating. We're gonna find out. We're gonna see the energy here. So I drew some cards prior to, so that we don't have to like sit here with me shuffling, because that just sounds like I'm gonna end up rambling a lot. But we are going to, when I get into how they're feeling or what they're trying to say to you or what message they have for you, we are going to draw those together. So I'm excited. My little cat's right behind me watching. She's making me kind of nervous. I feel like I have an audience. I don't know. But okay, so I cleansed the space, so my spirits are here. So I hope that you open yourself up to whatever message your higher guides have for you, because they are pushing this video along onto your algorithm for a reason. So I did feel called to choose little stone for this. This is a sardonyx, and it helps give you strength and courage, and it also helps with communication, and it promotes love in relationships and opening yourself up to love. So with those intentions, we're going to look at what cards you have here. So for your card, you are represented as the frog. For the person, your person that is trying to get through to you, we have the snake. So these are going to be kind of the connecting energy that you guys have, the not necessarily lesson, but maybe the theme, the underlying kind of current that is at play when it comes to this connection. So first we have the hermit. Look at that cute little guy. I love a sloth. They are adorable. Like, I know they're really smelly and gross, but I would feel very tempted to snuggle one. Then we have the devil, which don't be alarmed. Also, I find it interesting that we have the devil as a snake in this card, and your person is represented as a snake. Just thought that was interesting so far. And then we have the Queen of Cups. Beautiful. One of my favorite cards. I love her energy. She is such an archetype. We should all strive to be the Queen of Cups. And then we have the Seven of Wands. Fiery. Okay. I like this energy a lot. And honestly, I can kind of see why this person is either heavy on your mind, or you're heavy on theirs. I feel like you're honestly like both heavy on each other's minds, but I will get into that, like what is going on here. And then we have Star Keeper. So yeah, I love this energy. So first, I'm just gonna kind of give you guys a vibe check so you can see if this is someone that you resonate with, someone comes to mind, that is them coming through. And do know that I am channeling this as you being the frog person and they're the snake person. If you find that the energies are flip-flopped, feel free to listen to the reading, because I'm sure that there's still something that you're gonna get out of this. Sometimes it's like kind of interesting to see your perspective through somebody else. But no, it might be a little confusing with that. Also, if you feel like you see yourself in, like, the frog person is both you and your person, or the snake is both you and your person, that can be indicative of mirroring, which is when you kind of are reflecting traits that you have within yourself into the other person, and like vice versa. So like a lot of things, like maybe you're a really caring person and you like reflect that energy back to them, so they're also a caring person, so you see a lot of the same things within each other. So now that we got that out of the way, okay, so I love your energy, little miss or Mr. person, whatever, frog person. Um, you have been through a lot, and despite everything that you have gone through, you are still hopping through life, which some would say frogs do not have a choice and they must continue to hop because they cannot walk like a human on two legs. But the imagery that I'm getting, the vibe that I'm getting is that you have been through some shit that not a lot of people have gone through, or maybe they have gone through, but it's not a topic that a lot of people talk about. But you still wake up every morning and you choose to put like your best foot forward. You go throughout the world, maybe not necessarily viewing it as like a very positive thing, because I think part of the hopping is that like you just want to be that person for the people around you. You want to like keep the tempo up. You're the glue for a lot of people. You're the spark in a lot of people's lives. But I'm sorry, I just lost my train of thought. Yeah, you don't see the world necessarily as like all sunshine and rainbows, but like even with like this dark water raining down on you, you still have all this light within you and around you. So I think you went through a time in the past, or maybe very recently, and you're just now getting out of it, where you had to sit with a lot of dark emotions and dark parts of yourself that you hadn't gotten to see. Like when I think of a frog, especially in this deck, the frog is a water element. And when you think of water, you think of emotions. And when you think of a frog's life, for like the first long part of it, they were a tadpole and they were in water all of the time. And then even once they become a frog, they still need water at some point. Like they can go on land to do their hunting and their little frog business, but they still need the water. They would dry out if they never got any water. So I think you went through a time where you were either really lost in your emotions, or you had to really connect with your emotions. And now you're getting into this point where you're able to interact with the world a little bit better than you were in the past. You've kind of sat with these versions of yourself and these emotions, and now you know how to navigate the world differently. You have these different tools, and I think that's a beautiful thing. And I think that's part of the reason why you still get up every day, because you've seen some dark shit and you realize that you can get through it, like that there is a light at the other side. And while things might not be all sunshine and rainbows all the time, you realize that you can take control over certain things that in the past you felt like you had no control over. And then with that, so if that resonated, by the way, welcome. I'm glad you found this reading. So let's find out who this snake person is. So with this snake person, I think that meeting them, or whatever has newly transpired in this connection, whether you've known them for a very long time, or they are just someone that recently came into your life, or you're already in a relationship, whatever that might look like for you, I think something has also awakened within this person that has really brought your paths together and has really felt like almost like chains like linking up, like, oh my God, this makes sense. Like, this is right. And I think this person has been able to really go kind of like you did within and connect with a different part of themselves that I don't think, again, they had a lot of control over in the past. And I think through this, they have like quite literally begun to build this wonderful world for themselves. They are so, I just wanted to make sure that you could see everything. Okay. Actually, I hate how far away this is. They have been able to build a world for themselves creatively, whether they are starting a new job, a new venture, or they are just literally having a bigger imagination when it comes to their dreams and what they want to accomplish in the future. But this person is now tapping into this like portal of opportunities, excuse me, confirmation burp, this portal of opportunities, and they found a way to like rejuvenate this creativity from within instead of needing external factors. And I think you find that incredibly attractive about this person. And again, if this is just a friend, when you can find things about somebody attractive without it being a sexual thing. But I do get the vibe though that this is like somewhat not platonic, but anyways, the energies is what matters. But I think this person is really getting to a place where they are figuring out and realizing and discovering what they want in life. And I think what they want in life involves you. So let's get into this connecting energy. And also another thing that I want to say is I do find that the frog person is very intimidated by the snake person. I think the snake person is intimidated by the frog, but in a different way. Because if you think about a snake and a frog, snakes eat frogs in the wild. So right there's somewhat of a power dynamic, and I'm not saying that there's a power dynamic within you guys that's abusive or misaligned, but I think the frog person is kind of intimidated by the snake person, whether it's because the snake person has gotten more, or not gotten more in life, but is farther along in life. And that's one of the things that the frog person loves about the snake. They're inspired by that, but at the same time they're intimidated because they're like, I'm just a frog, like I'm just out here eating bugs, and they're out here eating like whatever they can catch, which I love frogs, by the way. I don't think either species is better than the other, mind you, but I think the snake person is also intimidated by the frog, because whether they might be further along in life than the frog, I'm like getting breathless just talking about this, and like hot. It's so funny. This snake person is intimidated by the frog person because they are just so charmed by the frog person, where I think the snake person is usually the charming one in the dynamics. They're used to being the one that's like, oh, I'm a snake. And I don't know why I did that, because snakes like don't even have like arms or hair to like flip, but you know what I'm trying to say. And I think they have been so incredibly charmed by someone that in the past they would have just like gobbled up whole and like spit out. And now they're like, oh shit, I'm a snake and I love a frog. So again, very intimidated in different ways. So with I love this energy, by the way. It is so fun. It feels so playful, but I can also tell why like you are intimidated, and I can also tell that you are just so afraid of being consumed, because maybe you have been consumed in the little frog person, and I can relate. And not a fun feeling, but anyways, for the connecting energy here, I love it. So where do I want to start? Let's start with the Devil and the Hermit. So like I said earlier, I found it really interesting that we have two snakes here. And I think, like I said, the frog person has had to go through some dark stuff recently, and they're finally getting to a point where they feel like they're gaining an understanding and control of their life, whether it's they're getting a stronger spiritual connection and they're wanting to lean into that more, or they're just finding a connection with themselves. And I think maybe through finding that connection with themselves, they are feeling more spiritually aligned. And I think this snake person coming along they're almost seeing the snake person, you are almost seeing the snake person, if you're the frog, as forbidden fruit. Like, you are so afraid that if you even dip your toe into the snake's pond, you will quite literally not come out alive. I think in the past you have been so burned every time you have felt the interest, or you have felt the kind of connection that you feel with the snake, that you feel like if you even take a bite of that apple, like you're fucking done. It's game over. And I think the snake person to you you've started to make them represent a lot of temptation, when I would maybe ask you to not be so hard on the intensity of the feelings you have for the snake person, and instead of viewing them as a temptation, view them as an awakening. Like, they have awakened a feeling within you that I don't think you felt in a very long time, and that can be very intimidating and scary. But that doesn't mean that putting a bad name on it and shunning it is going to be the way to deal with it. And if you're feeling a little called out right now, it's because I am calling you out, because while you have free will and you can do whatever you want in this connection, I would hate for you to push someone that does care about you and sees you as an equal away because you were afraid to get hurt, or you were afraid of what could happen. Because I'm not here to tell you that this person is going to be your soulmate for the rest of your life, but I am telling you that the cards are telling me so far that if you do give them a chance, you'll probably be happy. Oh, I love seeing my cat in the background. You'll probably be very happy. So with this Hermit, I think that they literally, you guys are one and the same in the way that you have both seen some really dark stuff, and maybe that is why you feel drawn to this person. Maybe you've had conversations with them that have been very vulnerable ones that you haven't had with other people, or they've shared things about themselves, or maybe you haven't even had these conversations yet, but the moment you met this person, if this is a newer person, the moment you met them, you felt like, I don't even have to hear your story and I know about you, or I don't even have to speak, or maybe like you could just look into their eyes and just feel like, I can read your like mind right now. And I'm not saying to like project, and I'm not saying to like make up your own stories in your head, and I think you know what I'm saying, is that sometimes you do meet some people where instantly you just feel this feeling of like, oh, I've known you before. Oh, I've talked to you before, like my soul knows you. And I think you guys have that feeling for each other. And if you don't, I think it's something that you guys might realize that you do once you do open up in this way. Maybe you're like, no, I don't think it's that. I really like this person, or I'm really interested in them, but I haven't felt that intensity. Well, I would say maybe sit down with them sometime, like get some coffee, get a drink, like smoke, whatever it is, and just pick their brain. And I think you might realize that you guys have a lot in common, and that it's very easy to talk to one another. But with the Queen of Cups and the Seven of Wands here, like I said, I think you both have had to go through some intense battles in the past. You have had to defend yourselves against people and situations that a lot of people haven't been put through, and that at times you feel like you shouldn't have had to go through. But what I'm being called to tell you is that all of those things that happened in the past are things that you had to go through, or you, one, wouldn't be where you are now. Two, you wouldn't have the appreciation for the good things that are about to come into your life. And three, literally, I'm just saying, you wouldn't be who you are right now. Like, all of the hardships that you have been through have given you this depth and flavor and just beauty that it feels so good. You feel like a really good person. Sitting in your energy feels really, really good. And I also have a lot of compassion, because I understand why you're afraid to get hurt, and I understand why you want to protect yourself, because I myself have been there. I still have moments like that. But I would hate for you to push away a connection, whether it's romantic or platonic, because this could again be, if you've been trying to manifest a great friend, I think this person is it. And if this is a friend connection, I'm being called to say, if there are people in your ear that are telling you negative things about this person, or there's someone that's in your friend group and there's like something weird going on, I would ask you to kind of take a step back and view that person objectively, and then view the people that are giving you this information objectively. And when you look back, if you feel like the people that are giving you this information are being genuine, and then you can't quite read the person that they're talking about, the snake person, then I would say, like, take your time getting to know the snake person. I personally don't think that there's anything malicious here, but I think when you take a step back, what you're really going to realize is some of those friends that are spreading whatever they're spreading are the ones that you should really be not associating with, not the snake person. I'm team snake, but you know, they're your friends. I'm not here to like talk shit about your friends or anything. But yeah, with the Queen of Cups, by the way, like I said earlier, it's one of my favorite cards. And I think the fact that it's coming up as this connecting energy just shows how much healing and connecting you have had to do with your inner child, your true feelings, your emotions. And I'm not saying that you're done doing that work and that you've reached a milestone and this is it. Like there's no more dark nights ahead of you, but you've gotten to a point where you've been able to master and become one with your emotions. So when they come flowing out of you, you know what to do and how to reel them back in and fill yourself up again instead of just letting them flow out of you and then running on empty until someone else comes along to fill them. But know that if you're afraid that this person is going to be someone that you start relying on emotionally, and being called to tell you that you are a different person now than you were in the past. So trust that you are going to be able to fill your own love cup, but that it's going to feel really good when someone else contributes a little bit into that love cup as well. So if that resonated, wow, that was a lot longer than I was picturing this being like a quick little 10-minute reading, and we are like 20 minutes in, 21 minutes in. Okay. I'm loving it. I love this energy, and I hope that you give this person a chance. And oh, by the way, I totally forgot to read the Starkeeper card. So with the Starkeeper card, I do feel like if you feel like this person is in your life for a reason, or you feel like you are divinely connected, I would say that the universe and your spirit guides are saying, yes, you are right about that. This person is here for a reason. They do have lessons to teach you. And either way, whether you accept them in your life or not, it will teach you a lesson. But I think the lesson that you would enjoy more is the one that's going to come if you give them a chance. And I'm not being biased. I'm trying not to be, at least, because we all have free will at the end of the day. But I personally love this energy, and I think everyone deserves to have someone that inspires them as much as this person inspires you, and you inspire them too, Frog. Like, they think you're so cool. Okay, so what does the snake person want to say to our frog person, Spirit? What message? They could say anything. What would the snake... Ooh, what would the snake say to the frog? Okay. Can we get 2 more? Okay. All right. We'll just take these. Perfect. What do we have? Oh, okay. Oh, I love this. Okay. Oh, this is beautiful. Okay. So you have the 4 of Pentacles. You have Temperance, the 4 of Wands, the Star in reverse, and at the bottom of the deck you have the Chariot. Badass. Ooh, yeah, Holy Major Arcana. You got 3, and you got the 4 of Wands. That's my favorite card. It really is my favorite card right now. Like, I am manifesting my 4 of Wands moment. It's coming. It's coming. Okay, hold on. I want to make sure all the cards, even though you can't really see them, I still want them to be in the frame. Hi, you're such a stalker. She's my #1 fan. Okay. So, yeah. I think, like I said earlier, this person just really sees the world in you. They are so inspired by you, and like I said, they just want you to know that they quite literally see themselves building a life with you. They are so inspired by the work that you have done. Like, if this is someone that you work with, or someone that has seen the work that you have put in, or maybe they're a new person and you've told them about some of the work that you've had done, or that you've accomplished, I think they're extremely inspired by that. And I think they want you to know that they recognize that, and it's a very attractive quality to them. But I think in doing that, I think they sometimes feel second fiddle to you. Like, you are so focused in your work that they see it as something to be celebrated, and they're really proud and turned on by how hardworking you are, it also makes them feel like they're not the most important thing in your life. They kind of feel, like I said, second fiddle to it. Like they come second, which I think if you asked yourself deep down, you would say that, yeah, that's probably the energy that you're putting out there. But I think if you were honest with yourself, you would agree that this person is much more important to you than your work is. And if they are a newer person, then you are like, yeah, why do I feel like this person is so important? Or maybe you feel like this person will somehow like hinder the progress because you see them as a distraction. But they want you to know that they are extremely proud of your accomplishments and they recognize them, which is amazing because I think that's what anyone would want in a partner or a friend, someone that recognizes their achievements. And they just want you to know that they are, oh, yeah, so this part is from their higher self, like their higher self. And their higher self just wants you to know that they are working so hard to make you proud, and they are trying to stay balanced, and they are trying to stay grounded, and they are trying to like quite literally like not consume you whole, because I think they do have so much passion for you, but they don't want to scare you away. So just know that their higher self right now is saying that it's taking a great deal for this person to hold themselves back from how they feel about you, but that they're learning, oh, it's making me emotional. They're learning a lot about themselves by holding back and tempering themselves when in the past they would have completely just thrown themselves in. Like I said earlier, they literally, like, they would wife you or husband you up or whatever you are. They would put a ring on that. So like I'm literally hearing Single Ladies by Beyonce right now. Like, should have put a ring on it. Like their wildest dream is to marry you. Like, if you even gave them the chance, like if you and this person aren't dating yet, if you even gave them the chance, they would literally think that they are the luckiest person in the world. And I would say that they kind of are, because you're a freaking amazing person and so are they. And if you are already in a relationship or you have just started to date this person, know that they see a lot of potential with you and they see themselves really growing with you. And if you guys are the kind of people where you've said that like you don't believe in marriage and marriage is something you wouldn't do, then just know that they see themselves being committed to you. And I'm hearing them like literally say right now, they wanted me to walk down the aisle, I would. So know that they see the world in you and that they want the world with you. And with the star here, I think they also sometimes have the same insecurities that you do, that is this all just in my head? Is this going to flop? Is this going to somehow just blow up in my face? But what they want you to know is like they're willing to try either way. Like I'm literally hearing them say like, even if it blows up, I would rather experience all of the seconds leading up to that explosion than to like not. Oh, that's making me that's so sweet. They would literally rather experience all of the seconds leading up to that explosion than to never experience those seconds and never experience that explosion with you at all, which is like, oh my God, my heart. But yeah, know that. And then with the chariot at the end of the deck here, I think just know that they are in this with you. They know that both of you need to find balance, and that both of you shouldn't just like charge forward, and that you guys should both be rational and logical about this. But I think through that, you need to find a balance between being rational but still having passion and following wherever this connection is leading you. Sorry, I got like distracted by the time. Can't believe it's 30 minutes, Jesus. But yeah, they just want you to know that they literally see the world in you. Like you are their world. Oh, you are the stars in the night sky. Oh, you're the stars in their night sky. I just heard them say, I said, my night sky. Oh, yeah, this person cares about you a lot. And if you've been feeling hesitant to give this connection a try, or like maybe you're just making it a bigger deal than it is in your own head, and maybe the feelings aren't mutual, then your spirit guides would like you to know that no, miss or mister or person, whatever you are, this is not in your head. This is divinely guided. There is a lesson here, and you, as player one, get to choose where this lesson is going to take you. So yeah, I need to go. Oh my god. Oh, I was like, I need to go take a shower. Your person was like, no, don't stop. Yeah, they literally just want. Okay, wow. I'm like literally. They're like, draw one more card. Okay, one more card. All right, one last message from the snake for the frog. Spirit, can I just get one last message from the snake for the frog? Come on, if you're gonna make me hold off on my shower, you better give me a card. Don't make me fight for it. Oh, there we go. Oh, the Knight of Swords. Yeah, they don't want to have to hold back anymore. They're like, no wonder they're like, please, like, if this was the sign that you were needing to reach out to this person, I would say reach out. Like, ask them out on a date, ask them for coffee. If it's a friend, ask them to hang out, or yeah, just they want to take some action. And I think they're really afraid, like I said, of making you feel like you're being consumed, or like they're being too much, or like they're suffocating you. So while I think either way there will be some action taken, I think you could speed it along by being the person to take the action, because they don't want to scare you away. But yeah, I love this energy. I'm cheering for you guys. If you like this message, let me know how it resonated. I love hearing from you guys. Leave a like, subscribe, whatever it is. Me and my little kitty cat August are just happy that you're here. So have a beautiful night, and I will see you so soon. And remember that your spirit guides, the universe, always with you, and I am always cheering you on. So have a beautiful day wherever you are, and yeah, you are loved. Bye.